Hello everybody, let's do a take two on this one. Like most live streams, we are experiencing a few technical difficulties, but I think this one's going to work better. We have a lot better internet where I'm at right now. Looks like it's already working, and let me know in the chat box once you hear me.
Hello everybody, let's
there we
do
go.
a take
Awesome, this is working great. Okay, I can see your chats. Let's take off here, everybody. Let's do a really good last live stream. I want this one to be good.
The whole point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Okay, there we go. I'm going to fly away a little bit so you don't hear that horrible sound of the drone. All right, welcome everybody. Sorry for the trouble for the last one. We had a little bit of an issue, but it looks like this one's ready to rock. Lots of people saying hello. Let's do this. Are you guys ready? The last live stream from this homestead. I don't even know. It's like bittersweet. I'm not sure how to feel about this. You just got me tonight. I'll be answering some questions. We're going to take a really beautiful tour of this gorgeous property one more time. And then we're going to shut it down. And by the end of, by next week, we're going to be live streaming in the new farm for good. So that's pretty incredible. You can see here we got the car hooked up at Big Snake. I'm totally kidding. The boat is not hooked up. It just looks that way in the picture. We're going to be bringing the boat somewhere else for a couple days while we're going to be back in Connecticut not too long from now for a wedding, and I'll come and get my boat. So let's take a look at this gorgeous homestead. We're going to be answering some of your questions, and if you have any questions about this place, now's the time to ask. There she is, the yard leading off into the back, acre and a half or 2 acres that we really used the bulk of these years while we were here homesteading. Gorgeous property, gorgeous place. A lot of nice memories over these last 6 years, and a lot of nice memories with you all, our YouTube audience, our podcast listeners, everyone who's been along for this journey, watching us kind of convert this place. I mean, when we moved in here, this looked totally different. The yard back there had a bunch of non-edible plants in it. There was what's that, a ground cover stuff called, that green stuff, Pachysandra. There was some evergreen trees. The lawn was not really a lawn, it was just kind of a lot of plants. And then back further there where you see our big food forest, I mean, there was nothing but grass, no road. The red barn that you've seen in so many videos there, was nothing like it is now. It was falling apart and just kind of ruined. We really have changed this place a lot, and we have, been looking back at old pictures as we prepare to leave, and it's just cool to see how much you can do. It's been 6 years we've been here, and the first season we were here, we were not homesteaders. We weren't homesteady at all, and we really didn't do hardly anything homestead-like. And now this last year, we've been just pretty much the last spring moving here. So really, it's like in 4 years, everything you see here has been done in the pretty much a span of 4 years, which is pretty cool. For any of you out there who are thinking about starting and you're like a little overwhelmed, it would take me forever to get there. It does take time. It does take a lot of work. But my goodness, in 4 years, I mean, oh, a little close to that tree there. In 4 years, you could be looking at this. You got a food forest, nice little barn, couple cows in the back. You can see the chickens running around, the pig pen. And really, the bulk of our homesteading has taken place right there on that 2 acres. You see the pastures there. Oh boy. Good. Almost hit another tree there. Boy, it's hard to live stream and fly a drone. Let's answer a few questions before I crash this drone. I really want to have some footage at the new farm from the drone. So make sure to tag @homesteady if you have any questions, so that I can answer your questions and I can see them while flying a drone and all that other stuff. So I see someone asked, any problem with snakes? No, we've never had any problems with snakes. We don't really have any snakes here that are scary ones. Candy wanted to know, is this property for sale? Not anymore. We got our buyers. We're closing on the property, and we're in contract. It all went really smooth. So no, we're not for sale. We're not on the market unless something were to fall through now, which I don't want to say couldn't happen, because you know, things happen, but we're at the, you know, final stage there. So here's a good look at our food forest. You can see the cows, the guineas, some chickens roaming through the food forest, scratching at bugs. Okay, let's see. How are you getting to the chickens, Caden wants to know, to PA? Great question, Caden. We have in the livestock trailer, we have a space with some chicken crates, and that's going to take care of them. Speaking of chickens, there's our big majestic chicken running through the yard right there. Let's watch him go. Look, thinking the drone is like a hawk or something, poor thing, running. Everyone's saying, Mary Louise saying, be safe on the drive to the new place. Thank you. We intend to. Let's get a good look at this place, okay? We're gonna fly up here now, everybody. Let's take a good look at this beautiful homestead. We're gonna go straight up here. There's the little house in the big woods. You can see the caravan all ready to go. And now what you're gonna be looking at here is a glimpse of our ridge. A lot of good memories on that ridge. I spent a lot of time, although the homestead is mostly just you know, the property in the back that I showed you there. This ridge here is a special area for me because the ridge is where I did most of my hunting, you know, just spend time in the woods. I talk a lot on this channel, if you're a homesteader and you don't own any land or you don't own a lot of land, a little bit better, it's beautiful. And so this property, when we moved in, I didn't even have any interest in homesteading. I just wanted the land to hunt. So right there, that ridge, I own that entire ridge. It's the bulk of the 10 acres. I've been able to harvest a couple beautiful deer from the woods right. It's really been an adventure on this property. I've enjoyed having that. And it's, you know, it's 10 acres, which for some that's a ton of land, but for others that's just a small piece. It's been really enjoyable. And you can see it's just a gorgeous spot. I mean, here we are, that river winding through the land there. We go down, we fish the river. There's a little bridge nearby. We went and fished that a lot of days. It's been a great place to live, and we've enjoyed being here for all these years. We will miss it, and as we're getting ready to leave it, we keep having these moments where we're just talking about how nice it's been, how much we've enjoyed being here, and being able to have this last 6 years here. So Sheldon wants to know what was the name of our first chicken? So I had a couple chickens that we named when we first got our first batch of chickens. We had Beyonce and Rihanna. You can see the theme in our first flock of hens. And I don't remember, eventually our first flock was all kind of unfortunately succumbed to predation. We were beginning chicken owners at the time. We didn't know the right way to care for our birds to make sure that, you know, coyotes and whatever else didn't get them. And we lost the entire first flock. But, you know, like all things with homesteading, you can get better. And now we have a lot of chickens. Boy, we haven't lost a chicken to predation in ages. There's the pasture we worked on last year. You guys saw us with the big machines, filling it and planting it. Just beautiful, beautiful area. Ariel wanted to know, will we be taking the guineas? Great question, Ariel. Let's go find those guineas and we'll answer your question. So, one of the few animals that I did not want to take to PA was our guineas. And here they are. They're actually like walking right in front of me. They're going to make life easy. We're going to come and say hi to the guineas. Now, why didn't I want to take the guineas? I saw somebody in the comments has mentioned ticks already. There they are. Our 3 guinea girls that are left. Guineas are awesome for ticks. I love having guineas. I pretty much think I will always have guineas. Now, I hate having guineas. It's kind of like my relationship with goats because they are noisy, as you'll probably see in a second here when they see who's sneaking up on them. But look at what they're doing right now. They're just walking through all the property looking for as many ticks as they can find. They're an awesome asset on the homestead. And I think as long as I have kids, and I like going out and hunting in the woods, and we got animals working in the woods. So as long as we have this lifestyle, we're going to have guineas. So why don't has been raising at the new farm are very domesticated. They'll roost in the barn at night, which means they'll survive. They're nice and safe. And so as long as you have domestic guineas, you should never mix them with kind of rogue guineas, because what happens is the rogue guineas stay rogue and the domestic ones kind of learn from them to go rogue, and then you wind up not having domestic guineas. They kind of all go rogue on you. I'm looking at this live stream here and I'm not sure if I've lost you guys. Let's see. Okay, looks like we're back. Looks like we're back. So anyway, these 3 guineas will not be coming with us. They are going to stay on this homestead. And a very cool thing, the future owners of this homestead are homesteady. They are into gardening. They want to have chickens and brew some beer and all kinds of cool stuff. And so we told them, hey, these guineas, they work the land, they keep ticks away, they're really great. Do you want them? They said, you know what, we do. So fortunately, the guineas will probably not even notice we're gone. They'll just keep doing their thing. And there they are. Can you hear them? They saw the drone, it freaked them out. So the guineas are going to stay here. The people coming here are actually going to keep the guineas. They're also going to keep a few chickens, which is pretty cool. So our girls, a couple of our hens will be staying here, and a couple of those guineas. I'm going to try to take a few more questions here. I'm running low on drone battery, which means I have to land the drone, but I don't have to stop the live stream for another couple minutes here. So I'll be able to get to some questions. Sorry about the buffering and going in and out. I know it's not been a great quality video for our last live stream. It is a bit of a bummer. We're dealing with less quality internet here right now, but fortunately when we move, I think the internet will improve, which is crazy to think, but they got some good internet on the property. So Lady Music wanted to know, is there anything that we can grow here that we can't grow at the new place? Cool question. Because what we're growing here, we're a little bit more north here at our Connecticut homestead, and the PA homestead, it's a little bit southern, which means more sun. There's my low battery warning. We're going to land this guy.
Landing.
And that means we'll be able to grow pretty much everything that we've grown here there, so that should be good. Laura says, we all will miss you guys up here. Laura, thank you. We have a warm spot in our heart for Connecticut. There's a lot of love for our life here and everything that we've done here. But we are looking forward to the big move. Let's see. What kind of fruit do we have on the property? Victor wants to know. Guys, if I lose you here, I'm walking out a little bit further from the internet, so please forgive the bad signal. I'm going to grab the drone. The fruit that we have on the property right now, we planted last year, man, pretty much everything. We planted peaches, we planted plums, we planted, there we go. What else did we plant? We planted apples and pears. At the house over here, you can see the apples and pears. I mean, we just have a little bit of everything. And the idea was to have 6 months. That was the goal, 6 months with that idea, the 6 months of fruit. It was actually, it's his orchard design, 6 months of food. I'm gonna put the drone down there. Let's see if you can see me here. So, how's that? That's good. I look tired, I look a mess. It's been a long day of moving. So we were working on that, and what we have out there, I mean, from strawberries to nectarines, peaches, plums, lots of different berries, a lot of different stuff. We planted with the idea of just being able to go out there and eat something for half of the year. And I'm hoping the new owners will enjoy all that fruit, because it was a lot of work, and now we're back at zero with fruit. But surely you'll see us planting something in PA. Smallwood Homestead wants to know, how's the apartment coming along? So, Smallwood Homestead, we're getting updates. There's some of the guys that were working with us while we were there have been working on it since we've been gone. And right now, we've been waiting for our final move date to know that the plumbing is connected and the final, the electrical's already up and running. We want it to be mostly ready. We don't mind working a little bit on flooring or painting or that sort of thing, but we wanted to make sure that the basics, plumbing and electricity were the big ones. So they're, I think, just about finished up with all that, which means we'll be able to move pretty soon here. So that's good. So the real question Allentown girl wants to know: are you going to forego New England teams for Steelers or Eagles? We are going deep into Steelers country. I am not a big sports guy myself. I've never really followed any teams. And I'll watch the Super Bowl, and I like playing sports, but I've never followed football too hard. So you're looking at a future Steelers fan so that I don't get beaten up when I'm out and around town. What are the plants we're planning? Plants or plans at the new farm? Linda wants to know. Linda, let me know. Is it plants that we're going to plant or plans? What's the plants at your new farm? Or are you asking what plants are already there? Let me know. I want to answer that question. That's a good question. Sheldon talks about planting. His wife planted her first garden. They got 3 acres. They're going to be planting berry bushes, fruit trees. That's awesome, Sheldon. And thanks to us, Art and Bree and Justin Rhodes' channel, they've been working at all that stuff. Keep it up, man. Keep going. It's a good way. It's a good way to take care, feed your family, and it's just nice stuff to do. It's hard to move though, so make sure it's where you want to be when you set up a big homestead. We're gonna do a video of the things that we've learned from moving the homestead. Just like tips, if any of you are out there. I know a lot of you have emailed us and said, hey, we are moving, or we're gonna be moving someday soon. So we've learned a lot about moving the farm and homestead. Hopefully we can share some good tips with you from that sort of thing. What plants are you planting at your new farm? That's what Linda wanted to know. So Linda, I definitely want to have this whole 6 months of fruit idea, but we're going to do something different. The food forest we did back here with kind of that back to Eden wood mulch, I think we're going to do something different. We're going to do a little bit more closer plantings to the house, much lower maintenance than even that is. We're going to kind of work it into the landscaping right around the house. So it's the kind of thing as you walk out the door, it's right there. In permaculture, they talk about designing different zones. Your first zone really is zone 0, right in your house, the spots you are every day living. And then zone 1 is where you walk right outside your house every day. And I want to really work on finding some good spots in that initial zone where every day we're walking past the fruit trees, so we can maintain them, we can be on top of the weeding, but it would be low maintenance. The big food forest there, weeds do come up in it, even though we have the heavy wood mulch and the cardboard. There's a lot less weeds out there than would be if there was no cover, but it still does get weeds. So we're going to try to do something a little bit more focused and concentrated towards close to the house, so that we don't have so much work. So my family's making faces at me through the window. Smallwood got fruits and berries in the mail yesterday. Awesome. Juanita says Pennsylvania is a lot like Virginia. We were looking at Virginia when we were looking at moving the first time around. Virginia's beautiful. We love Connecticut. The weather in Connecticut is great. We love this homestead. But Connecticut does not make it easy to afford the amount of land that homesteaders want, both in purchasing the land, the cost of living, and the taxes. And so one of the things every farmer we've done business with that we tell, hey, we're getting out of here, says, good on you, man, get out of here, because Connecticut's just getting more and more expensive. And I wonder what'll happen, because more and more people every day are leaving Connecticut. So it'll be interesting to see what changes. I think we're going to just about shut it down. I'm losing battery on everything here. Thank you so much for being a part of this whole move. This has been a huge, huge undertaking. And every day putting out a video and then seeing the comments and how much you're all enjoying this process, the whole experience, watching the videos, watching the move. It's really nice because, as you can tell probably right now, I'm really tired. I had a long day loading up that livestock trailer and getting everything working. It's exhausting. And we talked about in a video this week, it's physically and emotionally tiring. But it's very helpful at the end of the day to put out the video and then see the remarks, everyone saying, oh, we're so excited. It reminds us how exciting it's gonna be once we're there, unpacked, and we start, really homesteading again in our next farm. So thank you so much for helping us get to this point and being a part of this great move. Sorry, it's a bit of a shorter live stream today. The battery is dying on this guy, and of course, we have more packing to do. So stay tuned, because next week we will be there at the new homestead. Once the plumbing and electric are in and we're good to go, we'll be there, and surely we'll do a live stream from the new homestead. So thanks for watching. We're gonna shut it down now. And have I been out of the shot this whole? All right, it's a good time to stop. We'll see ya in Monday's video, and later this week we'll see you at the new homestead.